Because I forgot. You didn't tell me. I didn't know it was coming up in the playlist. We can just do it. It's team deathmatch. I ain't doing, dude. I am not doing litterbug on this one. In fact, I'm not even.
No, it's worthless to try to do litterbug on this one. There's no close quarters. It's all just like people do well tonight, and this one's ridiculous. Let's try to get some more kill A in 94.
Or at least that's how the pre-game chat went. So I decided to take it as a bit of a challenge. Took out my MP7 with extended mags, laser sight, and red dot, and decided to see what I could get done. As he noted, this is normally a bit more of a long-range map, and something like the AN94 would be a pretty typically good gun here. So that's a personal defense weapon? Well, it's not quite a shotgun. It's pretty close. If you were wondering if I ever get revived in the process of going flawless here, just from the title, yeah, there it is. I'll spoil it for you right there. Not... I do get revived once at the beginning here, so no pressure anymore. Just play out the rest of the game. And that leads me to the second kind of odd thing about my class, and that is, I'm running Recon in TDM. I normally swear by Assault for Team Deathmatch games, even though it's a little bit harder to pick people up in normal Team Deathmatch because they like to respawn so fast that you don't get an opportunity to pick them up. Still, I would like to have the first aid kit, and I would like to have the paddles. I want me to be a little more cautious. I'm not going to go running out in the open, soaking up a few bullets, and then hopping behind cover to heal myself back up. Also, just running out of cover, generally kind of dangerous. But if you're going to run out of cover, try not to shoot and not give yourself a place to hide. And try not to shoot, not give yourself a place to hide, and put a nice long smoke trail pointing right back to where you are. So, that's a pretty good way to get yourself killed. Really, I am constantly surprised at how many people just run out into the middle of the street, fire their gun, and say, here, come try and kill me. Yeah, sure, even if I have just a PDW, I'll try to peck a few shots at you. So you're going to be a while before you get to cover, and maybe I'll get an assist, a suppression assist, or a kill even sometimes. So I'm not going to be that guy. I'm not going to go running out into the middle of the street firing and trying to get myself killed, because, let's face it, there's not a big reason to run out into the middle of the open. This is Team Deathmatch. The point is to try to stay alive and get kills. Of course, one of the downsides of Assault being so good in Team Deathmatch game modes is that not many people run support, let's face it, and not many people on my team run support. So, when I'm running out of ammo, even if I started with the ammo specialization, and I find an enemy ammo pack, yeah, that really does help a lot, especially when I'm trying to shoot at long ranges with a weapon that's very much close range. As you see, I was fairly stressed for ammo there, and I didn't know what I was doing trying to flank around the enemies when I had 7 shots left, but it worked out in the end. I'm not going to complain. So, in addition to trying not to shoot when I don't have an easy way back to cover, one of the things that I've been trying to pay more attention to is the lighting of where I am. It's just making myself harder to be seen so people don't look in my direction and start trying to mark, because in the core game modes, once you kind of suspect someone is there, you start looking in the direction, aiming down sights and trying to mark, and maybe you get something, that little orange arrow shows up above their head, and then you know where to shoot. So avoiding that initial detection really helps out a lot, so I've been trying to stay in the shadows even if I'm not close to a whole lot of good cover. Alright, you're not going to hear this next one, but there's a guy on my right. My teammate says I'm pinned down. So I suspect they're having a firefight back and forth this way. I go for the flank. I don't want to run right into the middle of a gunfight. I'm going to come around the corner instead. And there, well, I was already going after that guy, but seeing a teammate sprint around a corner in front of me, I should stop and cover him and slowly move around the corner, so that as the enemy's trying to shoot him as he's running around being a distraction, I can get an easy kill. Now here is probably the best thing about the Recon class in TDM, the motion sensor. I should have put that down sooner, but it's very useful. Just because if teammates aren't there to mark guys, teammates aren't there to engage in gunfights, I won't see those little orange triangles on the minimap, and I won't know where the enemies are. Here, I get stuck in a losing situation. At least I'd say it's a losing situation. I miss my grenade. There are 2 guys there. Even though I've hurt one of them, I'm kind of low on ammo, and I'm just not comfortable with that. I'm going to run away. I don't think I can kill both of them. If one of them is a medic, he just picks up his friend. So there's no point in trying to go after that gunfight. Let them come to me.
Hey, thanks for that motion sensor spot. There's a guy over there behind. Like, I don't know if you saw him, Time.
Yeah, I've been chasing him. I can't get him. I want to take his tags for being stupid, but it's not working.
There he is. I'm gonna distract him.
I'm just gonna shoot him. I'm out of ammo
shit.
now, though. I have to
Well,
take his
thanks for the suppression kill. Thanks for the suppression assist. I was trying to distract him, but he turned around on you.
No dog tags for me, but I do get his gun, and I'm on an assault class now. But for some reason, I keep playing cautiously like I had been with the Recon kit with the PDW. You know, I guess I got, what, 8 kills with that before I includes 1 with the grenade. so I guess I was doing okay with that, but I was running through ammo very quickly. However, this would appear to be an M16A3 with a foregrip, a Cobra sight, and a suppressor. Not exactly the long-range wonder I might hope to pick up on this map, so I'm still kind of looking for close-range gunfights. I'm still trying to stay near cover, kind of in the shadows, stick my head out, maybe take a few pot shots at people who don't quite see it coming. So at this point I have to think, you know, is this game, you know, by my standards this is a pretty good game. But, you know, for Battlefield, I really don't know. I haven't played a ton of Battlefield. You know, are these guys noobs? You know, is it because they're running out in the middle of the street, firing their guns and giving me easy kills? Thank you, I'll take that. Or, you know, is this something that a decent player can do on a regular basis? I mean, I certainly have plenty of bad games where I struggle to get anything done, and this was a good game for me. It worked out. You know, maybe I was playing a bit smarter, and I like to go back and watch the games I do well and see what I did. It also does mean that at least I go back and watch the games where I struggled, even if I don't post them, just to try and see what went wrong. Also, this is Team Deathmatch, not an objective game. Honestly, editing objective game modes is more difficult because a lot of the really interesting stuff in a rush game can happen while you're dead or when no shots are being fired, just because you push the enemy back or because you're running a long flank route. So I'm still trying to get used to the whole Battlefield thing, and so, you know, I don't know what to say about it. What really has become clear to me is that I want to get away from a fight if my team doesn't have numbers going into it, or if I'm taking shots and I don't have the guy already in my sights. You know, just get away from that. Of course, this is one of the reasons why Assault is great. You throw down the first aid kit, wait a couple seconds, you know, maybe he decides to look somewhere else, stick your head back around the corner, and, you know, maybe someone's there for an easy kill. Of course, I did see this guy sprinting on the map. I knew I had time to reload and still step around the corner and catch him sprinting. Even though I could just hip fire him, I'm going to go the surefire way and aim down sights because he's running straight at me, he's not strafing, so it should be an easy enough thing to get on target there, and more shots on target means he's dead faster. God, that first aid pack, that med kit is doing work for me. And, you know, I know there's a guy over there, and I even get a hit marker on the grenade, but again, I'm taking fire. I don't know exactly where he is. Just back up, walk away, because there's no reason to force that gunfight. And come at it from a different angle and see what I can do. Here's an interesting thing. I'm going to stick my head out here, you know, be a little risky, and I'm going to see a guy on my motion sensor. It means he's sprinting. I'm going to sprint to cover and then turn around. I'm not going to turn around, because then it would almost be a fair gunfight, except he would probably have the advantage. As it works out, he shot my teammate, and I revived my teammate. And so, yeah, it wasn't quite the thing, but when I see a guy sprinting behind me, I'm going to go for cover. God damn it, teammate, put your flashlight away. And here you see the foregrip suppressor. I'm even at semi-auto, a very hard time putting shots on target at any kind of range with this thing. So given that limitation, I am looking to push up, get closer. At the same time, I don't want to put myself in a situation where I'm going to be completely surrounded and I don't have a way to cover. I mean, I'm even going to take the guy on the roof because he has an easier shot on me, and it's going to give me more room to work with that cover rather than the guy I had been shooting at first who was on the ground. So yes, in this part of the game I am playing rather cautiously, fairly defensively, but I've already established that running across the road is a very, very dangerous thing to do. Now I do think I have a suppressor. I'm not sure of it though. How do I tell what I have on my gun? I wish there was an easy way. Even then, I don't want to get caught out in the road with limited cover trying to shoot. Here's a good example of selecting fire modes. Even though I don't get the second kill, the first guy at full auto, the second guy at semi-auto, that's the way to go. But that does bring up the question, should I try to use smoke to get across the road? And I'm kind of hesitant on that, partly because my team would have no way of knowing whose smoke that is. It's not really obvious who's trying to move around in which directions. And also it could end up drawing just as much attention as it could actually just trying to conceal my own movements. As, you know, who knows, maybe no one's looking over there, and that's the way I'd been going about this. When I didn't sense anyone was in the area, when I hadn't seen any gunfire there for a while, then I'd kind of assume that if I wanted to move across the road, I could. But if you smoke it, they know someone's around. Maybe... I don't know what to say about smoke, especially on a very open map like this, where you could have to take multiple smokes in order to give yourself a proper smoke screen.
Oh, time! Jeez.
Having a good game.
So yeah, it's been a good game. It's been slow, methodical, and flawless, I guess. Aside from the the close call there at the beginning of the game, was not expecting this. Again, I have my good games, I have my bad games. This just happens to be probably the best game I've had yet in Battlefield 3 Team Deathmatch. Hey, why not? I'm not going to complain. Team Deathmatch is a kind of hectic, sort of casual. Oh my god, lag! You almost ruined it. Well, that's Team Deathmatch for you. Just because you can't spawn in on your squad, that's a little harder to use communication, and everyone's just running around all over the place being crazy. Still, it's a fun time. Anyway, guys, I'm going to thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you later.
I think it's time, man. How's your back doing?
I had a good one.
Did it hurt at all?